Clay Harbor with us here on ESPN 690 Brent and Friends. All right, if you're on the front porch in 30 years and you're telling stories about when you played in Jacksonville in the NFL and your grandkids, like, is there a story you'll tell about Blake Bortles?
Man, I have one story that's pretty good, but I'm debating if I should tell it or not. I mean, whatever. Here we go.
I asked Blake. He said it was fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. We'll see. So me and Blake and a few of the old linemen at the time, it was Blake's second year. We're in the off season, and we're in Jacksonville, obviously, and we're coming in. We're going to start season in like maybe a month or something. We're all in town for a throwing or something, and we end up to go on a boys' night out in Jacksonville to some country bar. I don't know if it's still there. I think it was called like Mavericks.
Mavericks maybe. At the Landing. The Landing has been destroyed. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't blame them for destroying that place.
It really was.
You guys know
it really was a gross place to be. No offense to the Mavericks owners if they're still out there. We did a lot of events
Terrible.
there.
Sorry, Mavericks owners. But so we're out, and we're having some drinks, we're just all hanging out with the guys, and the offensive linemen are out trying to talk to some girls, doing something they're not usually good at. And me and Blake are just sitting at the bar, hanging out, and these two guys, hillbilly-looking guys, like, I don't know. These guys were, it looks like, if you ever seen Dumb and Dumber, it looks like Seabass. Hey, Seabass and the boys offered to pick up my tab. So this dude comes by and wet-willies Blake.
What?
Wet-willies. Like,
Yeah. Sucked on his finger and shoved it in his ear. Yeah. What?
And Blake's like, are you kidding me? Excuse my language. And I'm like, dude, like, what are you guys doing? And so we go back and forth, like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Just get out of our faces. And these guys, like, what do you think? You're better than us? You think you're like...
Because he didn't like a wet willy? He's getting crap from this guy?
They thought it was funny to come up and wet willy Blake Bortles because they recognized him. So then, these guys aren't leaving. I'm like, dude, I'm with my quarterback here. I can't let these guys start a fight with Blake, and Blake's not a guy that's going to take some disrespect.
No.
So we start arguing. I'm like, trust me, guys, you don't want to do this. I don't know where they are, but we're with 4 offensive linemen here. So big NFL offensive linemen.
You probably outweigh these two guys by about 800 pounds as a group, maybe more.
These were big guys, but they didn't realize that we had all these other guys with us.
The squad, yeah.
So we're going back and forth. Next thing you know, they shove me or Blake, and then it's on. We start shoving them. The old linemen them coming over, grabbing these guys. People are throwing punches, so it's a brawl, all-out brawl in Mavericks, and these guys are just getting walloped on. There happen to be cops here. It's a true story.
Probably laughing.
There happens to be cops at Mavericks. I'm getting cut. I'm gonna get taken to jail with our starting quarterback, Blake Bortles, first-round draft pick.
Yeah.
And they're gonna cut me. Clay was there. I'm like, I'm done for. But the cops, they go, hey, they know us. They're Jags. Like, you guys are, like, what happened? Well, those guys just came up and started a fight with us. So then the cops just kicked out these 2 hillbillies, and
you guys went back to your drinks.
The bar owner ended up buying us a couple rounds of drinks.
Oh, sure he did.
Well,
he's not kicking the Jags out of the bar.
Yeah.
He's like, the guy in the camo overalls, please come back. I need the business. No, man, he's keeping the Jags in there.
I'll always remember that, though. Blake throwing punches in the bar at these 2 guys. I'm trying to tackle one of them. I'm like, dude, this stuff, you can't make this up. I just hope we're not on camera. So it was before, like, the camera phones were as prevalent. But that's my one Blake Bortles story.
That's a good one.
Mavericks at the Landing. If you're familiar with Jacksonville, you know how terrible that place was.
Oh, man.
You had the quarterback's back, and, it actually... it's a wild story. Thanks for sharing. And we did have to use the drop button in that segment, by the way, too. Nice job, by the way, Aaron.
Well, the stream got the treat, but the radio folks missed it.